Good evening, everyone. It's that time. It's that time again. And we go again. And welcome all along, everyone, to my live YouTube stream. I'm Banana C. Let's get down to business, shall we? Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone is well. So let's get straight to it then. So this is the penultimate round. What is round 5 of 6 of the Gran Turismo World Series of Manufacturers Cup online qualifiers campaign. And we're off to what is the only fancy track on the calendar. That is at Sardegna, Italy. So let's get straight to it then. I hope everyone's doing good. So let's see what I can do this time round. So before we get further into the practice, then obviously what's going to be happening is that there's 18 minutes of qualification, which obviously there's a lot of time to improve your lap time and so on. And obviously it's a 12-lap race. You will only be on them racing mediums, and obviously with this track normally it don't rain because it never rains, so don't expect a wet race on that one. So you can only change the brake balance as well. Obviously, more details on that. Obviously, the tyre wears on the qualification session as well. Fuel consumption rate is set to ×2, so that shouldn't be an issue. You do not need to pit at least once, so therefore all it is just an all-out sprint race on that one. So, but other than that, we shall get some practice on the board and see what we can do this time round. Obviously, looking at the times, obviously top the practice times also. Well, obviously I won't say top my practice times, but for practice, obviously. It's currently 417th in the world, unless alt changes. And this first corner is going to be very interesting because obviously the last thing you need is to end up hitting the wall. And then you want to get close to the grass as you dare and swing it to the right and get as close to the Armco barrier as you dare. Then when you to the heavy braking also, you're going to have to brake and turn, which obviously makes it a bit of an awkward one for some. And you want to go to get a good exit as well. So flat out on the downhill section. And then you want to get into the apex and power out of the corner. Brake in this section. And ideally you want to stay off the curves as much as you dare and use that left-hand curve also. And it's a tricky corner to get right when you are about to get the braking together. Set the brake balance to 4 to the rear. Let's see if I can adapt my driving style just a little touch, having adjusted my brake balance there. Whoopsies. And that's what you get for pushing a little too hard of that one. Hitting the flipping wall there. And that, when you're trying to go flat out, that didn't work. So there's going to be some chaos when some people get desperate that want to make a move or even go side by side. Pardon me. Just need to wash my hands. And I'm back. Sorry I took so long. I was having a shit. When you gotta go, you gotta go. So, let's get a couple of laps in at least. Oh, bollocks. Don't want to be doing that too often, even in a race. When you try to do some lawn mowing. No damage on the car somehow. I'm not going to get any quicker than that, but we'll try one more. Right. We're just about to get ourselves going for what is the penultimate round of the online qualifiers. Just park you over here. Just want to spare this moment to wish those the best of luck if they are participating in this race. And always another opportunity, which of course it's the last one of the online qualifiers in the Manufacturers Cup. And let's get straight to it then. And let's see who I'm up against. There's Mario Sonic, there's Kaza, there's Christias. There's the ancient pleb who won the race last time out when I was in a lobby with him. So let's have a look. 327 points for the race win. Anywhere in the top 8, which of course increases the DR. Job is a fish. So 18 minutes qualification, that is just madness, that is. That's not the first time that of this campaign that we've had a long qualified session like that. So the wind's at 2.4 miles per hour, and then you also have the wind direction pointed at more to the north, and then over to the east a little bit. Let's get some tyres warmed up. Cheers, bro. I wish there was a strategy, but it's just an all-out sprint race on that one. And you don't need to pit on this one too, buddy. Not the qualifier, but the race. And the strategy is just don't die. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. As long as we stay on the road, it's another day, another good day to be alive for sure. Yes, alright, I see the funny side of it. But let's get down to business for this race, for this qualified. See what lap time can I get. Slight missed the apex a touch there. This looks like a very much a tiny lap from my head up bar for 1 or 2 corners. half a second off pole position, but it could well change. Not going to get any quicker than that. I'll just spawn back into the pits and go again. With new tyres. That's one way of doing it. Somebody's on the flyer, so I'll just pull over to that side. Oh, bloody hell, that's a big crash! From the motor insider, from the Italian. Red flag, red flag. Somebody's had a beer accident at turn 1. I'll just let this person by. So Christias has gone onto a provisional pole momentarily. Brushed the wall and ended up with no mechanical damage somehow. And then somebody else topped the times. I've got these two coming out. Ah, bollocks. Done it again. No, you're right, no, you're right. I'm on a slow lap. I should get a little quicker on the next one, hopefully. As the track evolution is starting to ramp up nicely. Ten minutes left to go. Just under 6/10 behind the pole position. Too slow. A bit diabolical from my end. So I'm currently in 11th. So I just need to find some TEVs if I can. Oi, oi. Let's go. There we go. Much tidier lap than the last flying lap I did on early on in this session. Just get it together now. What time can I get? Half second away. Let's see if I can go again. With new tyres. So currently P8. Last couple of flying laps in. Let's go for it. purple in the first sector, which is not often I get a good first sector in. Not the tidiest of last corners, exits, but I've got one more lap. One more lap to try and improve, and I can. Not going to get any quicker, but let's see. It'll have to do for now, but bloody hell. Bloody hell. Another close qualifying. And I'm the only person in the Porsche in this lobby. So that's 0.551 difference between pole position and myself in P12. Unbelievable what lobbies you come across sometimes. And there's Chris Yaz with pole position to his name in the Nismo. So, anywhere in the top 8, jobs are good, and that way, we'll still get some points. In other words, let's play the music. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Good luck and have fun. I've got number 10 on Christias. And the Asian pleb is number 12. I've got Mario Sonic on number 3. And I'm number 16. Famous Sportland in number 13. Unlucky for some. Number 14. Here we go. We're underway at Sardegna, Italy. Stuck it around the outside also. Yeah! We're up in P11. Well, I kept my nose clean and tidy. So far so good. And somebody's had a big whack from behind. And somebody's took a massive penalty after looked like a collision with someone. So we made up 2 places. The battle for P7's heating up nicely, with Christias leading the way. Oh, somebody's had a big crash behind. Gone way wide there. I got some dirty tyres. Almost lost it, or almost went to the back of Mario Sonic there. Pretty awkward to get that corner together as well as the braking. Right, we will this slip of the Lexus still. Oh, the motor inside has had a big moment there. Mario Sonic sees the opportunity. Slice through the Italian. And the Italian had to give way just a touch there. And the battle for P8 is heating up nicely. Not only that there's 3 of us who are in the battle, but we've got a few more people behind as well. Oops. Let's kill the momentum just like that. Had to back off just a touch there so I don't hit the rear end. And then there's also a battle for P6 further up the road, or P5. P5, I should say. Oh, somebody's had a big crash. Unlucky, buddy. Very unfortunate to see what happened there. Oh, I lost a bit of momentum. But we'll regain it in no time. And somebody served a massive penalty. It must be that person for causing the collision, I would assume. The yellow flags were out, but then I couldn't quite work out who brought out the yellow flags. Game must be thinking that person served a 4-second penalty for or something. So we're in the top 8. Just need to keep our feet on the ground. Just left him just enough space. Kicking out some dust, which I don't want to be doing too often. To defend all I could. Plenty of respect and racing room. With 2 laps to go. And that's Penguin, who was on the front row at one point. Now he's in midfield. God knows what's happened to him. So we're on the last lap now, and hopefully another top 8 finish. The Italian's got a 1-second penalty for what like an aggressive piece of grass that he's cut on track limits. And then we've got Mario and Sonic further up in P5. And we're up into P7. The Ancient Pleb has won. Costanzo in second. Cristias in third. Mario Sonic going all over the place to come home in P5. I'll take home P7. That's best result. Hang on a minute. Am I seeing things? Oh, somebody must have rage quit us or something. So it says I'm effectively P6. And if it is the case, yes, we got P6. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Let's grab the replay. And Penguin is quitted, didn't he? Or something. So we got 259 points. And that's way more than beyond my expectations. Having made no mistake whatsoever, having kept it on the track, then happy days. I said before, didn't I, that anywhere in the top 8 is still good, which is where you increase the DR. And Mario Sonic definitely does need to learn this track again, as he admitted himself. But yeah, I'm pleased with with probably that this is the best result I've achieved so far in this campaign, especially in a tougher lobby like this. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, we'll save the replay on it. Anybody else left? Yep. So let's have a look at the replay, shall we? But yeah, I'll take home a P6. Seeing as though that it's been a pretty tough campaign. I mean, it's ever since that the new update came out, which obviously things haven't been the same. Only one or two that have been able to get wicked results, or even some that I know they're able to get more decent results, unless they got different been put into different lobbies and so on, where the rain happened and then my lobby didn't rain. So obviously, yeah, let's have a look of what's been going off everywhere you see on the track. So everyone's just safely through. And then what I had to do is just stick it around the outside. Enough racing room to be sure that I get the move completed to gain one position. I thought I saw the opportunity, but nope. Obviously, the Knights has obviously made an overtake on that one. A 2-second penalty. So it was a bit of a, a bit of a fuffle, and obviously So what happened was that to me, he had nowhere. Literally, he was the he should have just like thought twice on that one, in my honest opinion. But obviously, because he was braking a little later than he should have. But then you see that that Toyota was braking, obviously just allowing him all the space, and then I got punted from behind also. He braked closer to the 100-meter board, which obviously is not an ideal braking point to make, which of course resulted in a 2-second penalty, in my honest opinion. Which of course it hampered some other people's races also. So he made up a couple of paces right away in order to try and get some moves done before he serves that 2-second penalty for what is a proper punt. And I was able to make some further progress also. So let's have a look. Not a lot happening from that end also. Mind you, a slight change of lead. What's Christian's done? Oh, he's cut the track. He's cut the track. That's why that he lost the lead, which resulted in a 1-second penalty for track limits. Which is fair enough. It's one of the things in it. And a little tap with the arm cord, and I just thought I was going to send it around the outside one. So I just need to look at because I was concentrated on the yellow car around the outside, trying to cut it in, and obviously just a little punt, and obviously there's not a lot in it. There's not a lot to be for sure, which obviously the gap, just was just spread out between myself and the German and Kaza. So no further action necessary, in my honest opinion. So I was looking to get a good drive on the right-hander. Not a lot happening for the first half of the lap, over the just a few moments, and I think it's that moment where somebody had a big crash. Yes, it's that one. So what happened was you're just literally chasing down the people in front of you, and then obviously the Nissan went wide and then collected the wall, which slowed the car down dramatically, which led the Swedish driver to be an innocent party. That was very fortunate to see what happened there. Good evening, Skins. Welcome along, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Thank you very much for tuning in. So we're just watching this driver in the Toyota following two cars up front. The one car's gone way wide, clipped the wall, and led the Swedish driver looking like an innocent party on that one. So that was race done for the Toyota driver, which are unfortunate. And this track in reverse can bite you sometimes if you get it wrong, or even if you get your lines wrong. So if it is the case, then obviously, yeah, fair enough that he got a 3-second penalty for causing a collision, which obviously made the other driver lose the plot when they were looking for a good result, and then stuff like that just happened in a flash. And I just sent one around the outside just before the yellow flags came out, so therefore I was lucky to avoid getting a time penalty for ignoring the yellow flags. Obviously because they got the flag rules on, so I'd just like to see what was being going off further up. And so I had a moment with the wall, and I had to defend my line, whereas the Nismo driver just sent it around the outside. But I gave him just enough space, and I know so well that the Nissan's got a slight little straight line speed, and then I had the inside covered. And then I had to do some lawnmowing just to cut up the grass, just to use a bit of extra track also, without putting too much dirt on my tyres. So we're going to take 2. I've just done this race, buddy, which is the only one, which is all I have a chance for. So obviously, I sent it around the outside. Well, I've kept my lines tidy. So of course, you had the Nismo driver who looks to be making a move, and it was going to be last for the brakes. Even I lifted just a touch, and the Nismo driver obviously had to brake just a little bit to be sure that it doesn't hit the other person. So luckily that no contact was made. So there was a lot of respect, and then Casa obviously sent one on the inside. So he saw what was going on between the pair of us. He chained the corner together. So therefore he just did a block pass on that one. Did a block pass. So we head down into the final lap, obviously. So that person has gone corner greedy. You see what I mean? So he went over the red and white curbs. He went over the red and white curbs, which of course led him to get a 1-second penalty for abusing the track limits on that particular corner. And there you go. That's the result. And then we have the top 3 coming across the line, and so too is P4 and Mario Sonic with a P5, and just having a trip on the grass just for a laugh. And then we had the Polish driver who obviously finished, and then he quit. So I finished P7 on the road, and then of course I was promoted to P6. It's crazy that that could change the leaderboard for sure, but of course, don't quit until you finish on the loading screen, because otherwise you end up with no points. You know what I mean? So there you have it. So let's open the ticket. Better than nothing, I guess. So let's go on to the escapes movies and close up the stream. And I just want to say thank you very much to those of you who tuned in. Obviously, that talking on track and then started P12, finished 7th on the road, but I got promoted to P6 because somebody had quit literally just after the race had finished. Whilst in that loading screen, obviously that person just like, oh, I got the job done, and then obviously just made a mistake by literally, just quit the race whilst it was loading after the race had finished. So that's what got me a P6 finish and 259 points on the board in a sticky, super competitive lobby. And next time I'll be going live once more on Saturday for the final round of the Gran Turismo World Series Manufacturers Cup. And anybody liking the content, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and push the notification buttons as well. Other than that, I'm going to have to cut short, and thank you very much for tuning in. And thanks to Skins, who was the only one in the chat to go and say hello, and most of all, look after yourself, take care, stay safe. And for myself, Danny C, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.